Frying the chicken. Wait a minute.
Okay, good evening, everybody. What I'm going to do now is try to show you how to make some nacho chips for nachos. So first, you have to lay out 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese. I use the kind that I get from the GFS food store. It's a grocery store. And then you take and spread a 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese all on top of your mixture. I'm sure you could use more if you like. But just remember, if you're counting macros, it's going to throw your macros off if you do that. And then after that, you have to use a teaspoon of cumin. And so here that is. And I'm just going to sprinkle a teaspoon. This stuff makes chili delicious and gives chili, to me, that chili taste. So if you make keto chili with your own ingredients, that's great. And you have to use a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm almost out of garlic powder. I use this a lot for recipes. And so just sprinkle this on. And then I need to use 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. And I think everybody pretty much knows what chili powder looks like. So if you have a sharper taste than most people, or than I do, I can't do a lot of hot spicy stuff. It messes with my tongue. If you have a sharper taste than most people do, then maybe you add some more chili powder. But I'm just going to add just a little bit. I got this from Love, Peace, and Low Carb. But of course I'm making it keto because I sprayed my wax paper with the coconut oil. Of course I'm using cheese, which is high in fat. Fat is good, so you get skinny eating fat. Of course there's a science behind it, but once you work the science, you can lose weight by eating fat. And then this goes in the oven, and it's just like a large pizza pan, and it goes in the oven for 10 minutes. And I'll come back and show you what it looks like. The cheese from the oven, and as you can see, it's melted and crispy. I don't know if anybody remembers the don't touch it, guys. I don't know if anybody remembers the Mexican pizzas that we used to have in elementary school, but it smells really good. It smells like those pizzas. So I'm just going to take don't touch it, Destin, it's going to be hot. I'm just going to take a pizza cutter, and I'm just cutting straight rows at first. I'm just going to cut a straight row. And then after that, I'm going to go through and cut at an angle. I wish you could see this. So then I'm going to go through and cut at an angle like a chip. So after I do the straight rows, I'm just going to cut at an angle like a chip. And that'll make, and then we're going to let it, of course, cool off. And that's going to make our chip look, when these harden, after we cut them. But you don't have to do that. You could have just dropped them in little circles. And go ahead and sit it back down, Destin. Yeah. You could have just dropped them in little circles and have let them just have cooked that way. And they wouldn't have just cooked in circles is what they would have done. So I'm sorry about all the movement, but they're with us. We're just kind of figuring this out. So anyways, just trying to be helpful. Can somebody get me a plate, please? So now, as we'll have to go back, I didn't make those cuts, I don't get sharp enough. But I'm going back to make the cuts a little sharper so you can see them.
Putting these on those plates.
And so, see, it's a chip. It's delicious.
And nutritious.
Go ahead and get the taco meat, guys. So, now we're just going to cut the rest of them up off of here. Some of them are just coming apart, and some of them aren't. But, my bad. First time doing this on camera.
Yum, yum.
So I got a yum, 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 yum. So I guess that's good. And I'm just loading a plate with the chips, just like you would Doritos, or that's what I would have used to use. Or the tortilla chips, the plain ones. So I would have used those.
Here you go, madam.
Thank you. And then I'll show you how we'll put it all together. So
Just call me Butler.
Just do the chips. And the cheese chips are really good. So I'd love for somebody to tell me a good dip. I know that we could do salsa, but if I didn't have the taco seasoning on there and it was just cheese, I'd love to know a great dip that you think we could do. I'm not real creative on dips or recipes. I just search these out online. I go to Pinterest or somewhere and I just look up great keto recipes, or I'll find a low-carb recipe that I like. Ta-da! So, there's our chips.
It is good. It's off the chain. You can hook it and lock it because it's good.
And then I just pour on our beef, our ground. Well, this is
taco meat.
This is our taco meat.
And we're going to get some sauce.
And then I take some tomatoes. I'm not going to use them all. I'd love to, but I'm going to save some of those for lunch tomorrow. And then what I use, I like to do, I love sour cream. And so I'm going to use sour cream. Come here, guys. One of the guys.
Me.
I'm going to use sour cream. Just hold the camera right here. Come to the other side for me, please. I'm going to show you what to do with this sour cream.
And this is mild sauce. If you want to use hot mild sauce, that's okay.
So, with the sour cream bag, I'm just going to take and I put it in just a little Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to make a cut because I like for my sour cream to kind of be spread even, and then I'm just going to squeeze it onto my nachos. I know that's probably weird, but I eat a lot of sour cream. It's a good healthy fat, and if you just do it with a spoon, sometimes I think I made my cut a little too big, but if you just do it with a spoon, then sometimes you don't get, I guess, the look that you're looking for. So, as you can see, there's the sour cream. And then I'm going to add some lettuce.
I think it's romaine, but I'm not sure.
It is. Yay! He knows the lettuce. So I'm going to add the lettuce. And then I'm going to add some more cheese. So, keep the camera still, please. Okay. It's probably giving people the dizzy feeling. I'm sorry. So, I'm going to add some more cheese, as you can see.
I'm just trying to get it where I can see.
And lastly, we will add our sauce. So,
like I said, you can use mild or hot mild sauce.
and now we have our healthy nachos.
Now let's dig in.
And I'll just take a fork and take a little bit. And yum.
We're about to try it.
Say something for me now.
Those are really good.
They have to be. Come on. Rub it in your face. Please do nachos. I got please do nachos.
Good. I love nachos.
Oh my goodness.